Imagine a nuclear bomb lost in Albuquerque. You might think this was an accident, but the truth goes deeper. It's 1957. The Cold War is at its peak. America is testing its nuclear arsenal, and with it, the stakes couldn't be higher. Albuquerque, a seemingly quiet desert city in New Mexico, becomes the unlikely center of a forgotten nuclear near catastrophe. But this isn't just another story of nuclear bombs. It's about human error, secrecy, and questions we're still asking today. May 22, 1957. A U.S. Air Force B-36 Peacemaker Stratojet lifts off from Kirtland Air Force Base near Albuquerque. Its mission: transport a nuclear bomb to a test site in Nevada. During a routine maintenance check mid-flight, a tool was inadvertently dropped, triggering a series of mechanical issues. The bomb's safety interlocks were engaged thankfully, but the crew was unaware. The device was now the epicenter of a potential catastrophe. With an unstable payload, the pilot decided to return. Albuquerque's runway became a de facto bomb landing zone. The cold weapon remained intact, no detonation devices active, but the margin for error was razor thin. Publicly, the Air Force reported a minor mechanical fault, no mention of the bomb. Local papers published brief notices burying concern beneath routine headlines. Decades later, declassified documents reveal more. This was not a minor incident, but a potential nuclear calamity. Pentagon memos mention several safeguards failed. Only luck prevented disaster. Pilots and ground crews were shaken. An unnamed officer recalled, "I thought we were sitting on a bomb." But the climate of the Cold War and fear of public panic meant silence was the policy. We already know that a U.S. Air Force bomber dropped a nuclear bomb near Albuquerque in 1957. It didn't detonate, but it did explode, just not in the way most people imagine. We already know that a U.S. Air Force bomber dropped a nuclear bomb near Albuquerque in 1957. This wasn't just a close call, it was a deliberate erasure. When the Mark 17 hydrogen bomb hit the ground just 3 miles south of the Kirtland runway, the nuclear core thankfully was not installed. But the conventional high explosives packed inside the weapon still ignited. The result was violent. A crater 25 feet wide, 12 feet deep, chunks of desert thrown across hundreds of feet. Windows in nearby homes rattled, a sonic thud, but no alarm sounded. There was no fireball, no radiation cloud. But make no mistake, this was an explosion capable of killing anyone within close range. Military recovery teams were deployed immediately. The area was sealed off. The crater quickly assessed. No evacuation was ordered. No local press notified. The operation was coded as routine. Radiation readings were not necessary. The bomb lacked the plutonium core, but concerns remained. Internal memos referred to it as a critical incident and stressed total discretion. Bulldozers filled in the crater. The ground was leveled. In a matter of hours, the bomb site looked untouched. The cleanup team was sworn to secrecy. In Cold War America, a loose tongue could mean court-martial or worse. That night, local residents near the base described hearing a loud boom. Some believed it was a minor earthquake, others thought a jet had crashed, but no emergency broadcasts followed. The newspapers the next day ran brief notes: Air Force training incident. No injuries reported. The word bomb never appeared. Even decades later, many in Albuquerque had no idea they lived near the site of a nuclear near catastrophe. Some investigators claim the scar is still visible on satellite images, a discoloration in the desert soil, irregular patterns in the sand. Others believe the entire site was paved over during construction of later military facilities. The U.S. government has never confirmed the precise spot. For all intents and purposes, it no longer exists. While no nuclear reaction occurred, the detonation of high explosives raised serious questions. What if the bomb had included the plutonium core? What if the fail-safes had malfunctioned? The Mark 17 was the largest thermonuclear weapon ever deployed by the U.S. Air Force. If armed, it could have vaporized downtown Albuquerque, killing tens of thousands and irradiating much of New Mexico. In classified documents declassified decades later, internal Air Force reviews admitted multiple procedural failures: improper cargo securing, human error during handling, insufficient flight protocols. Some changes were made, but remarkably, not all. America lost. Albuquerque wasn't an isolated incident. It was part of a chilling pattern. Over the course of the Cold War, the United States lost control of nuclear bombs several times. These were known as broken arrows, accidents involving nuclear weapons that, by miracle or luck, didn't end in detonation. But make no mistake, they could have. The term broken arrow was coined by the Pentagon to describe nuclear incidents that didn't lead to war but involved damage, loss, or potential detonation of a nuclear device. According to official records, at least 32 broken arrows occurred between 1950 and 1980. Most were kept secret for decades. Some bombs were dropped by accident, others were jettisoned on purpose during emergencies. A few were never recovered. In 1958, AB-47 collided with another plane mid-air. To prevent detonation during emergency landing, the crew dropped a hydrogen bomb off the coast of Georgia into the ocean. It was never found. Officially, it still lies somewhere near Tybee Island. Locals fish those waters every day. In 1961, a B-52 broke apart mid-flight over North Carolina. Two hydrogen bombs fell. One parachuted safely. The other came close to detonation. 3 of its 4 safety switches failed. Had it gone off, millions would have died. A single switch prevented nuclear apocalypse. In 1966, a U.S. bomber collided with a refueling plane over Spain, dropping 4 bombs. 2 exploded on impact, only with conventional explosives spreading radioactive plutonium across farmland. The U.S. cleaned the area, sort of. Even today, Spain monitors radiation levels near Palomares. What do these incidents have in common? Poor communication, faulty equipment, inadequate safety protocols, and above all, secrecy. Albuquerque's case wasn't the exception, it was the norm. In an era of nuclear brinkmanship, the U.S. military moved weapons like cargo. Protocols were updated after each mistake, not before. No city was truly safe, not Tybee, not Goldsboro, not Albuquerque. The only lasting legacy is silence, and perhaps a sense of false safety. In the name of national security, these events were buried, but the risks remain very real. Even now, nuclear weapons are transported across the U.S. in the air, by rail, on highways. One bomb fell in Albuquerque, dozens more nearly did the same. We were lucky every single time, but history shows luck isn't a strategy. How many broken arrows remain undisclosed? How close did we come to vanishing from a mistake? This has been Echoes of USA. Subscribe for more stories you'd never hear.